What a crew we have. Ron Groover, his 14th NCAA tournament. Ray Natili, his 30th year reffing in Division I. This is his 20th NCAA tournament. And Marquise Pettigrew, his 9th NCAA tournament. Underway with Tennessee controlling the opening tip with a spot to the Final Four up for grabs.
And you're going to see both teams play 99.9% man-to-man.
Zakai Ziegler short on his three-point attempt, but he gets the rebound.
But very different. Purdue tries to contain you. Tennessee wants to turn you over.
Zach Edey comes up way short, and Purdue comes the other way.
And Purdue is going to, both these teams will look to push the ball in transition.
Great crowd here in Detroit. A lot of Purdue fans, but we see a lot of orange as well. As Edey with his first offensive rebound.
And he averaged 5 a game. He's the #1 offensive rebounder in the country.
Edey around Edey for 2.
And you know what? They want to take away the right shoulder, but he showed them right there that he can go to that left shoulder when need be.
Tennessee beat Creighton in the Sweet 16 on Friday. Purdue held off Gonzaga. Here's Dalton Knecht's first shot, and it's good.
And that's what you're going to see from him. He's a tremendous player coming off screens. He reads the defense well, and he's always ready to shoot.
Averaging just under 22 points per game in the NCAA tournament. Edey again, not this time, and Edey gets the rebound.
Well, that time they did a better job of pushing him out a little bit further than he did on that first possession.
Knecht nearly turns it over. Great defense by Lance Jones.
And it's a tough matchup for Jones because he's considerably smaller than Dalton Knecht.
Edey. And Edey is fouled going for the rebound. And that's certainly a big part of this game, really every game with Purdue. How will it be officiated with Zach Edey?
Because the only way you can stop Zach Edey, because of his size and his great touch, is you got to be physical with him. This team posts up more than anybody in the country. You've already seen it in the first minute and a half of the game that they're looking for Zach Edey every possession.
Our advanced stats presented by Invesco QQQ. Braden Smith lobbing for Edey. What a feed from Smith. Exactly what we diagrammed in our open.
You know, Edey stayed a little bit too long. And the thing about it is you got to hedge, because they like to hedge Tennessee. That's what they do. But you got to get back quickly on Zach Edey.
Smith had 15 assists against Gonzaga on Friday. That is a Purdue NCAA tournament record. Here's Meshack from the outside. Smith with the rebound. Smith around Ziegler all the way. What a take by Braden Smith.
Every play in this game so far has been a pick and roll. Throw it into Edey, or Braden Smith took a 3. That time he gets a layup.
2 Purdue jerseys surround Knecht when he had it. Now Knecht to the glass. No, offensive rebound Edey. James for 3. You bet.
James came into the game the other day struggling, played well, had 15 points, made 3 threes the other day against Creighton.
And a foul is called. And that's going to go on Jonas Edey. You can watch the men's Final Four on your computer, phone, tablet, or streaming device with NCAA March Madness Live. Download now to stay up to date on all the action. These two teams did meet in the Maui semifinals back in November. Purdue won by 4 in that game. A combined 78 free throw attempts and 52 fouls. 51 without the Rick Barnes technical. And he told us that he does not expect it to be officiated the same way today, but already that is 3 fouls against Tennessee.
They are a team that fouls. Purdue is a team that doesn't foul much, but Braden Smith is so much improved this year over last year. It's unbelievable. 3-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio, one of the highest assist guys in the country. How about he had 15 assists in that game on Friday?
Foul was on Dalton Knecht. You can get complete coverage of the NCAA Division I Women's Tournament on NCAA.com. Smith, a first-team All-Big Ten selection, and he makes both his free throws, 8-5 in favor of Purdue.
And I got to tell you, right now, Tennessee not doing the normal job that they do, pressuring the ball and allowing guys to get to the basket a little bit.
Knecht knocks it down as he goes to the ground.
That time he comes off the other side, he comes off the screen. He did it already on the left side of the basket. Now he does it on the right side.
Purdue has scored on 4 of its 5 trips so far. Jones looking for more, way short, and Ziegler the rebound.
Yeah, he's the one guy on the team that can take some questionable shots.
And Smith commits the foul as Meshack was going up. What a pass by Zakai Ziegler.
Well, Tennessee, this is the fastest tempo a Rick Barnes team has ever played. They're in top 75. His teams are usually in the 300s when it comes to tempo. They will look to push it.
Yeah, both coaches said the same thing. Rick Barnes told us that we are at our best in a fast-paced game, and Matt Painter told us we want to push it as much as we can today. Santiago Vescovi is at the scorer's table, and he will come in. He's been battling the flu all week, has not practiced, did not play Friday. Gets a nice ovation from the Tennessee fans here in Detroit.
Yeah, it was the first time this year one of their starters didn't play.
Let's see what he's got out there.
Now they had the switch. Kaufman-Wren's got Vescovi on.
And Kaufman-Wren wins that battle.
You know, those are the things you face when you switch. But we got a great start to this one. 10-9 Purdue. All kind of good offense happening at the moment. We have a score of 10-9 Purdue. Let's take a look at these two plays here. First of all, Braden Smith, there's no hedge there, so he goes unencumbered for a layup. Then over here, take a look at Knecht. He reads the defense. He sees that Braden Smith is trailing him, so he does a little bit of a curl pop out there, and he's able to knock down the 10-footer. Plus, he's got a smaller guy on him. He's able to raise up over him.
All of that from our AT&T connected cam, which is different from the cameras we have on Dalton Knecht. How about Purdue already? 4 field goals, all of them in the paint. And for the tournament, Purdue plus 64 in the paint. Kaufman-Wren cannot complete the 3-point play after the foul was called against Vescovi.
And the reason why Kaufman-Wren was able to score is they switch a lot. Tennessee had a smaller guy on him. They just took him underneath.
Ziegler bounces it in. This is Tobe Owaka. What a shot there by the sophomore from Hyde Park, New York.
I like this kid a lot. His only problem is he gets into foul trouble a significant amount, but this kid's going to be a really good player.
He did foul out against Purdue in the meeting back in Hawaii in November.
Now that's a hard hedge by Owaka there.
Owaka all over Edey. Now the double. Edey rejected by James.
Wow, and you know what? Rick Barnes said, yeah, I don't think we're going to double him much, but that time they did.
Knecht, catch and shoot 3. It's good!
You got to get to this guy quick because he has a sweet stroke and they love to shoot those in transition.
He's already got 7 points. Smith looking for Edey, settles for Lawyer.
I'll tell you, Owaka is playing so hard, going from hedge to catching Edey rolling down the lane, doing a great job.
Edey around Owaka for 2.
Hey, he's much bigger. If you let him go right, you're going to have a big problem.
Knecht had it poked away, but right to Vescovi. Knecht gets it back, another 3. It's good again, and Knecht is heating up.
Imagine this guy was in Northern Colorado last year. No knock on Northern Colorado, but we're talking about one of the best players in the country.
SEC Player of the Year. And we have an offensive foul.
Well, we're kind of getting what we talked about in the open. If you let him go right or to his left shoulder, he's going to score and then Knecht. One of the problems really for Purdue is their three perimeter guys aren't that big. And Knecht is significantly bigger than Jones and Braden Smith in particular.
The foul was on Kaufman-Renn. He goes to the bench. Knecht has 8 points in the last 2.5 minutes. He's got the ball again here. Knecht looking for more. And Smith flies in for the rebound.
Knecht has had 5 games this year, 36 or more points.
Lawyer for 3. Edey, the tip. It won't go, but he's fouled.
You know, it's almost like you don't know what to tell a guy when it comes to Edey. You got to box him early. Hey, you can say that, but I don't know what works against somebody that tall who's really just got such a good feel for the game.
Headed to Phoenix, download the men's Final Four app presented by AT&T to help you plan, enjoy, and take part in all the excitement of the weekend, available for iOS and Android.
I agree with Matt Painter. I thought that should have been 2 shots.
Yeah, they don't get it. The foul was on Owaka. Already 5 fouls against Tennessee.
They want fouls. The crowd's going crazy. They think Owaka fouled him.
Ziegler tips it away. Smith recovers. Shot clock down to 10. Here's Lawyer with 4. Lawyer, turnaround. No good. Edey's followed right there, but a foul. And Rick Barnes and the Tennessee fans are not happy with the early calls against the Volunteers.
I love the way Owaka is getting back fast, but that time Edey's in front of him. It's like nothing you can do there. Yeah, that's a foul.
I'd say it's about 75-25 in the crowd in favor of Purdue, but these Tennessee fans are making their voice heard early.
I think they know that they got to be physical with this guy or he could destroy them.
Zach's mom, Julia, a mainstay at Purdue games. His father, Glenn, is here as well. In fact, I rode the elevator with him this morning. He doesn't like to be on camera. There's Glenn. We found him. He told me, I try to stay away when you guys come locate us in the stands.
You didn't have a mic on you to interview him?
No, I respect it. Now, Edey had trouble at the free throw line against Tennessee back in November. He was just 9 of 17.
But how about this guy's taking 400 free throws this year? He averages over 11 and a half free throw attempts a game. That is incredible.
Most free throw attempts in a season since Pete Maravich.
That's a name.
Owaka short, and the rebound is gathered by Miles Colvin. Colvin the other way for 3. Edey another offensive board. Gillis in the corner. And Knecht goes up to get the rebound. Ziegler, floater, too strong, and there is Jones for the board, and he'll bring the ball up with Braden Smith getting a breather on the bench.
And Camden Heide is a better matchup for Knecht because he's much taller than these other perimeter guys.
Owaka and Edey, here we go again. Edey sends it out, Gillis left alone.
Yeah,
this is another.
You can't leave him in the same side corner where they throw the ball in the post. Gillis is a 48% three-point shooter. You can't do that. You got to double from somewhere else.
Knecht to the corner. Ziegler wide open. And he misses.
And he's a good three-point shooter. Not going to get a better look than that.
Edey, tough catch.
Now, you see what Zach Edey did there? A small thing. A big man like that gathered himself so he didn't travel when he got that pass.
Edey, great defense by Owaka, and Ziegler saves it from going out of bounds.
Because Owaka went after his right hand right away.
Knecht, and he's fouled. And we have a timeout What a start to this one. It is electric in Detroit. Everyone's favorite red-headed warrior, Knuckles, teams up with Sonic and his best pal, Tails. Stream the 6-part series Knuckles, April 26th, exclusively on Paramount+. Back in Detroit in a moment ago, Evan with Matt Painter.
Well, Coach, how's the physicality of the start of this game impacting the style of play?
I think it's been great. I think it's been a good game so far. We've missed a couple open threes there that we normally make, and we're getting some pretty good shots right there. Like I said earlier, we just got to embrace the physicality of the game and be able to make plays, whether that's a rebound or getting a loose ball or finishing at the rim.
How do you limit Knecht?
Well, he got away from us one on like a long rebound that went away, and then that just happens sometimes. The other time we just didn't take up his space. He made a tough pull up right there. Very difficult. You got to limit his touches. You got to try to push him out a little bit further, but that's easier said than done.
Coach, thank you.
All right, man.
All right, Evan, thank you. Zach Edey already with 8 points and 3 rebounds.
Yeah, I mean, they try to force him the other way. This time he does a great job of going to the other shoulder. He doesn't like it as much. When you let him go to that left shoulder like he's going to do here, he is absolutely deadly doing that. But obviously a really tough cover. But, you know, Tennessee already has 6 fouls early in this game. One more, and Purdue's going to be shooting fouls for a long time.
And Edey has drawn 3 of the 6 Tennessee fouls. He is on the bench right now with 11:20 to go in the first half.
And, you know, Purdue has done a great job handling the ball. They only have 1 turnover against a team that forces almost 14 a game. And in 3 of Purdue's losses this year, they've turned it over 14 and a half times. So that, when Purdue loses games, is because they turn it over too much. And they don't lose too many.
Only 4 this year. Purdue 0 of 5 from beyond the arc. Jones takes it inside, and we have a foul, and it's going to go against Purdue. It's going to be the second on Trey Kaufman-Renn.
Well, he's coming out. They're going to bring Edey back in.
Yeah, we met with Zach Edey yesterday, and he told us that he takes pride in being out there, not sitting. He averages 31 minutes a game.
I mean, this kid's an athlete. To be 7'4" and to be able to play that many minutes is incredible.
For Tennessee on the offensive end, Knecht is 4 out of 6. The rest of the team, a combined 2 for 10. Here's Knecht. Puts one up again, doesn't get the roll, and Edey is right there for the rebound.
That time Edey stepped up and contested that bothered Dalton Knecht.
Braden Smith back on the floor as well. He'll take a 3. And that's the first one to go down today for the Boilermakers.
They lead the nation in three-point percentage. That's why Rick Barnes doesn't want to double Edey. He can't leave those three-point shooters alone.
Adu, no.
He's got to make that.
Smith on the attack, lost it, but right to Edey. Edey goes up. Yes.
Nothing you can say about that one.
A 7-0 run for Purdue. And it is deafening here in Detroit. Adu trying to hold on. Smith dives, saves it, and Colvin's got it. Great hustle by Braden Smith. Colvin jumper. Off the mark, out of bounds. It'll stay with Purdue.
Yeah, you see Braden Smith here. They go underneath the screen and don't get to him. And you can't do that with any of these three-point shooters. And then Edey just gets a good bounce, and he's able to finish it.
In just over 3 games, that was the 30th three-pointer of the tournament for Purdue. Two of the better rebounding teams in the country, and right now, Purdue with a +5 advantage on the glass. Jones comes to get it. Ziegler's all over him.
That's how you play a guy who's coming off a screen, like Zagai Ziegler did.
Smith, and Edey wasn't ready for it. A rare turnover by Braden Smith, who only had 5 in the first 3 games.
And let me tell you something about Zach Edey. He's always ready for the ball because he gets it more than any other center in America.
Dalton Knecht is getting a breather for Tennessee on the bench right now. Ziegler with Jones on him.
They got to get Ziegler going.
5 minutes and 20 seconds without a field goal for Tennessee.
A lot of half court. That's not their thing. They want to get out in transition.
James, a triple is good, and a big shot for the Vols.
Well, he's been shooting it so well, but Tennessee's not getting stops now, so they can't get in transition. That's when they're at their best. But that was a good half-court set that James saved them on.
Senior leader on this Tennessee team, Josiah Jordan-James, and a turnover by Purdue.
That was good defense that time by Tennessee.
3rd turnover by the Boilermakers, including 1 on each of their last 2 trips. 8 minutes left, first half. Vescovy thought about it, over to James, back to Vescovy. Now Ziegler in the corner for 3. He buries it.
What a great read. Instead of popping out, he saw the defense cheating, so he flared to the corner. A great flare move by Zakai Ziegler.
His mom, Charmaine, loving it. A 4-point Tennessee lead. Oh, what a counter by Smith. Lightning quick to the rim.
That was, we have a battle going on with these 2 point guards.
James inside over Gillis for 2. And James already with 8 points in the first half.
You know, that's what you want from your seniors in this kind of a situation.
Jones for 3, way too strong, and Meshack collects. Tennessee has been lighting it up from the outside early. 5 out of 8 here in the first half. Ziegler inside, tries to dish one to Owaku, who lost it straight up.
Tough making passes in tight quarters with Edey around.
Lawyer doesn't get it to drop. Tennessee is on an 8-2 run with Knecht on the bench. They've done a great job without their leading scorer right now.
Picking up the pace a little bit now.
Ziegler fighting his way, and Jones thought he got all ball, but a foul is called. Stopping the clock with 6:10 to go. What a battle we got going on here in Motown. Purdue and Tennessee exchanging punches early. We're back with a look at our game summary, and you look at Purdue, 8 for 22. Smith and Edey are 7 of 11 for 19 points. The rest of the team, a combined 1 for 11. Meanwhile, a moment ago, Evan with Rick Barnes.
Coach, nearly 14-minute sample size. What's been your best version of defense against what they want to do offensively?
Well, again, it's all about fighting for space, trying to keep Zach Edey away from where he wants to go. He does a good job of doing that, but we got to do a little bit better job bluffing at him. We don't want him to see the lane wide open, but we were waiting to, if he put it on the ground, to go get it, but we got to bluff at him a little bit more and let him think about us coming. But our post guys are doing a really good job down there. And difference is I thought it'd be a much faster game, but they've decided not to run. They just want to walk it up and make it a half-court game on their end, and which is fine. We've been in a lot of different games this year.
Coach, appreciate you.
All right, thank you.
Rick Barnes gave us a whole lot there. Not happy with his perimeter guys, not stunting, faking, and retreating at Edey to make him uncomfortable. And the other thing he's telling us is Matt Painter knows his team is a better half-court offensive team than Tennessee. Tennessee's terrific in transition. Matt Painter, the 12th ranked half-court offense in the country, more willing to play half-court, which hurts Tennessee, I believe.
2 shots for Zakai Ziegler. Coverage of the NCAA Division I Women's Basketball Championship Elite 8 continues tomorrow night on ESPN. For more information on game times and listings, Go to ncaa.com. And the long rebound is tracked down by the man who took the free throw, and then a foul committed by Lawyer. Great hustle by Zakai Ziegler, but what else would you expect from him?
Yeah, I mean, that's what he does. We already said it, SEC Defensive Player of the Year. Usually when a guy is this size, he leads the league in steals. He didn't even lead the league in steals, and he was a Defensive Player of the Year. Just a real ball hawk. He can pressure you, make you start your offense 35 feet out. So valuable.
And a great feature on our pregame show about the relationship and the adversity that Zakai and his mom Charmaine and their family have overcome. Love the comments from Clark Kellogg about that story just before we joined you from here in Detroit. Knecht for three. It's good. And Tennessee opens up an 8-point lead. Purdue has just 7 points over the last 7 minutes.
Dalton Knecht is so tough on the baseline.
Here's Edey. JP Estrella has come in to try to defend Edey. Lawyer, right back to Edey. The double comes, Edey comes up short, and the rebound of Vescovi.
Vescovi did a great job of attacking Edey there, making him uncomfortable.
Vescovi creates some space, but misses, gets his own rebound. Out to Knecht for three. He's hot! He's hot! Timeout, Purdue! Watch Masters live for exclusive coverage of Amen Corner, 15 and 16, and featured groups. Watch live on the CBS Sports app. All right, Lap, take it away.
Well, take a look at Dalton Knecht. Tennessee loves this action on the baseline. Lawyer's going to switch to him, but he gets stuck on the screen, and it's deadly. And then in the second one, look at the opening over here that Vescovi finds. Now he shoots a bad shot, but it was so open he gets the rebound. Dalton Knecht makes himself available and knocks out the three.
Knecht has 6 points in the last 44 seconds, and another big run for Tennessee, an 18-0 run against Creighton, and right now on a 15-4 run after that bucket by Lawyer.
Well, somebody else has to get involved in this game besides Braden Smith and Zach Edey. They had 19 points between them.
Inside 5 minutes to go in the first half. Ziegler will take a three. Way short, Edey collects it. Braden Smith slowing things down for the Boilermakers. Great shot fake. What a dish to Edey. Quickly the other way. A turnover by Tennessee.
Great job by Lance Jones in transition defensively there. But watch this pass by Braden Smith. In the half court to the big guy. He gets all kind of good. I don't know why Vescovi left it. Not that it would have mattered probably. But
12th dunk of the tournament for Zach Edey. And then the turnover up ahead.
Yeah, Lance Jones did a great job there. Transition defense. I'll tell you, Purdue's done a great job. I know they're down in this game, but they only have 3 turnovers against a team that creates a ton of them.
As Steve pointed out, Edey and Smith combining for 21. They need help from somewhere else. And as Edey has it taken away. But the ball on the ground. James has it, trying to call timeout. And now we have a tie-up, and it'll be Purdue basketball.
You know, Andrew, in the game that Ohio State beat Purdue, they were getting their hands on a lot of Edey's balls before he was able to get it up, like James just did there.
And we talked to Rick Barnes and Josiah Jordan-James about already facing Edey once this year back in Maui. And James told us experience is the best teacher. And Barnes said, look, anytime you can put the film on and you see yourself out there, it's a huge advantage.
You know, the thing about Purdue right now is they're 1 for 7 from the three-point line, and they're one of the best three-point shooting teams in the country. They got to start getting it rolling from 3, like Tennessee has.
7 on the shot clock. Lawyer right through the lane.
He's done a good job. He didn't make any perimeter shots early, but 2 drives now in the last couple of possessions.
In the paint today, it's 20-6 in favor of Purdue. Knecht looking for more. And Gillis goes up high to get the rebound. And the Purdue fans making noise here in Detroit. And a foul inside as Edey got tangled up. That's the 17th foul against Tennessee. Purdue to the free throw line when we come back. What a start here in Detroit.
And now, Moments of Care presented by Dove Men Plus Care. Charmaine Ziegler is having herself a day watching her son, Zakai Ziegler, play on the biggest stage in college basketball. And guys, talking to Zakai about mom and her impact on his basketball game. He's obviously SEC Defensive Player of the Year. I asked him, what's his mentality on defense? He said ferocious, and he has mom's voice in his head constantly when he's on the court saying, don't let them get anything. And it works.
Well, Rick Barnes told us he is the DNA of the program. That's the exact words that Rick Barnes used. And so obviously a very important guy in his program.
And he told us, Zakai, that his mom, Charmaine, is his best friend. As Edey makes the front end of the 1-and-1, and the foul against Tennessee was changed to Tobe Awaka. So that's his second foul. Jonas Aidoo is back on the floor as Awaka goes out.
And you know, Tennessee's done a pretty good job. With 11 minutes to go in the half, they had 6 fouls. They only got that, and you thought they were going to shoot a lot of 1-and-1s in this game, Purdue, but they've done a good job not fouling until then, so now Purdue's in the bonus.
Edey 4 out of 4 at the line, and Purdue on an 8-0 run.
Great curl again.
Knecht knocked away by Lawyer. What a steal by Lawyer, and then a foul, which will send Lawyer to the free throw line.
What a great defensive play, helping out by Fletcher Lawyer. He knows his guys are, even though Zach is there, he gets him on the way up. Terrific hands.
Foul was on Meshek. That's his second, so he is going to go to the Tennessee bench. And Vescovi returns. Purdue 6 out of 7 at the line so far this afternoon. A reminder, coming up AT&T at the half, Ernie Johnson, Clark Kellogg, Jay Wright, Kenny Smith, and Charles Barkley will have our first half breakdown and look ahead to the second Elite 8 game of the day, NC State against Duke. That's coming up on AT&T at the half. Lawyer has now made his last 16 free throws in a row. Knecht for 3. And Edey with the rebound.
Lance Jones got away with one there because that was going to be an open shot. You got to fight over those screens big time against this guy.
This is the 28th time this year Purdue has had a run of at least 10-0 or more. And now it's 12 in a row for the Boilermakers.
Every time they're in the half court, something good happens. That's a bad pass by Ziegler.
And a turnover. Edey fighting for it. Vescovi comes in and a tie-up. It'll be Tennessee ball. What a great job by Vescovi to dive in there and get the ball back.
And the reason I say that was a bad pass is because Zach Edey is standing there. But what's Aidoo going to do even if he catches that ball?
How about this crowd?
Unbelievable. This whole thing is, I love it.
Vescovi for 3, spins around to Edey. On this 12-0 run for Purdue, all of the points have come from either Lawyer or Edey.
It seems like the common thing is Edey.
Smith is fouled. Rick Barnes still has that timeout here in the first half, has not used it.
And you know, the tremendous growth, we talked about Braden Smith and Fletcher Lawyer from last year. We had that game against FDU And the growth that these kids have had this year is significantly different.
And Fletcher Lawyer told us yesterday that they see all the headlines. Purdue won't win in March because of their backcourt. He said that fuels us. And this team has been on some mission since that loss to FDU. Lawyer said it was a really bad 2-3 weeks after the loss to FDU, and then after that, it was all about this season. And Smith
Gillis
up empty, and now a tie-up. It'll be Purdue basketball.
Wow, Gillis just was on the, obviously he wasn't the guy inside on the foul line. He just went and got that. But there's it's not a coincidence. This is Purdue's best offensive team. When they play when Mason Gillis plays the 4 spot, now they've got 4 guys out there. Look, he just muscles his way in there. Now they've got 4 guys out there that can all shoot. That gives Edey even more space because all 4 of these guys can shoot the 3. Game, but it's close.
West Lafayette is only 4 hours away by car, and a lot of people have made that trip from Purdue. Inside 2 minutes to go first half. Here's Smith, thought about a 3, now drives in, sends it out to Lawyer. Lawyer right inside and had it knocked away. And then Ziegler is fouled. Not a good foul there. That's the 7th against Matt Painter's club.
Yeah, and one thing about Purdue, they're one of the least fouling teams in the country. You don't get to the 1-1 like in the first half against them very often.
Foul was on Gillis. That'll send Ziegler to the free throw line. Purdue fans don't like the replay. Ziegler misses. A 3.5-minute scoring drought for the Volunteers.
Can't stop your dribble up there. They went under the screen.
Lawyer feeds Edey. Adu on him, and there's the foul against Adu.
Adu got back, but you can't stand behind Zach Edey that deep in the post. Can't do it. Watch how deep, look where Adu goes. I mean, he's basically in the restricted area. It's impossible to do anything with it if you let him catch it there. I think at that point, you got to try and get in front of them. If they throw it over your head, so be it.
Zach Edey has had at least 20 points and 10 rebounds in each of his last 4 NCAA tournament games. The all-time record for the most consecutive 2010 games, David Robinson did it 5 in a row. Well, Edey is almost there already with 16 points and 8 rebounds.
David Robinson, he wasn't bad.
Worked out all right.
Three free throws in a row they missed.
J.P. Estrella and Jordan Gainey come in for Tennessee. Edey misses them both, and a whistle.
Gillis did it again. That time he went around J.P. Estrella. Take a look at Gillis here. I mean, you can't let him do that.
Lane violation is called, so another free throw for Zach Edey.
And you see James said, I'm going to switch sides with you, JP. I got Gillis.
Edey makes it. 13 in a row for Purdue. A 2-point lead with 1:20 to go, and everyone in Detroit rises. Connect. Can't stop the run. Lawyer for 3. Spins around, tipped right to Smith. Jones. Oh, and a move on Gainey, but Jones turns it over. And now numbers the other way. Knecht is going to do it himself.
Yeah, I mean, Matt Painter's not happy. Lance Jones, sometimes he forces the issue. Matt Painter told us that the other day. At that time, Lance Jones went where he should not have gone.
That ends a 4.5-minute drought for Tennessee. 7-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock. Edey fighting his way. Gets the bounce.
How soft the touch is that? Bounce, bounce, bounce in. Tennessee will get the last shot. They're going to call timeout here.
Isn't this any fun? No matter who you're rooting for, fan work is thirsty work. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide. I think that these fans have earned a couple of Cokes already.
You know, Rent Kaufman, Andrew, is a really good player, and he's going to be great next year when Zach Edey's gone. But I think the team they have in most of this half, when they got the run with Mason Gillis, who's a three-point shooter at the 4 spot, gives a lot more space to Zach Edey, and they've been able to throw it inside. You can't. The guys aren't close enough to stunt at him when he puts it on the floor because they got to guard the three-point shooters.
These two teams doing it in different ways in the first half. Tennessee from the outside, Purdue pounding the paint. Final 14 seconds of the first half. Knecht with 5. Knecht on the drive, using the glass. No, the tip not there. And that is how the first half comes to an end.
Great job by Mason Gillis that time, walling up on Dalton Knecht when he was driving to the basket.
Purdue closes the half on a 15-2 run. And at the break, they lead by 2. Evan with Matt Painter.
Coach down as much as 11. What fueled the comeback?
Well, just getting some stops, being able to get some separation on Knecht where he got loose from us and made some shots. We just made a couple, mistakes there and got away from us, and then he got them going. Just stayed closer with him, made things difficult, challenged some shots. But we need to get in transition. We didn't reward ourselves. We missed some free throws there. Got to do a better job of finishing off. But just need to get in transition, but then the half court, really try to utilize Zach.
20 minutes from a Final Four. What's the message in that locker room?
Taking care of the basketball. We did a good job taking care of the ball. Got to do a better job rebounding and got to do a better job, guarding Knecht and keeping the ball in front of us.
Coach, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Knecht with 18 in the first half. Zach Edey already a double-double with 19 points and 10 rebounds. 36-34 Purdue at the break. Coming up, AT&T at the half. You're watching the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship.
Throw your hips and your heart into everything.
Next up is the Final Four as we welcome you back to Detroit and we take a look at the Intuit TurboTax first half stats. Purdue, 1 of 8 from beyond the arc. That's something that needs to change in the second half. Back courtside with Steve Lapis, I'm Andrew Catalan. We'll hear from Evan Washburn in a moment. The Stars have come out to play. Knecht has 18, Edey with 19.
Imagine that, he's got 19 and 10, Zach Edey does at halftime. But Dalton Knecht has been up for the task too. We showed him in our open, 2 great players.
Let's take a closer look at what's happened so far, Lap.
Well, you take a look here. Look at the spacing around Zach Edey. When they play the 4 perimeter guys, when Mason Gillis is the 4-man, it's impossible to double team. And then Dalton Knecht, he reads screens so well. He comes off that screen on the curl. He's also got a significant size advantage over a lot of the perimeter guys that Purdue has. They got to get to him sooner for sure.
Over the last 7 minutes of the first half, Knecht was the only Vol to make a field goal. 4 of 5 from deep. Edey already with a double-double. And Evan just chatted with Rick Barnes.
Yeah, guys, and Coach said offensively he wants to see better decision-making, and defensively when it comes to dealing with Zach Edey, he said we need to be tighter on him, not allow him to get so deep in the paint, get that position. And this was interesting too, Lap. He said we want to create some confusion by not letting him know when we're coming and when we're not. And one last point, guys, to note with Purdue, second halves of this tournament plus 50. This is when they've gone on runs to put teams away.
That's a great point, Evan, as these teams are 20 minutes away from a spot in the Final Four. And immediately Immediately a turnover committed by Ziegler.
Lance Jones with great defense that time.
And he finishes at the other end.
Dalton Knecht was going to post him up, and he stole that ball really good. He's got Braden Smith on him.
Knecht to Edey. Sends it back out. Knecht for three. It's good! He's 5 out of 6 from deep.
That time Braden Smith kind of slipped, which allowed Dalton Knecht to be open for that three.
Tennessee red hot from the outside, 8 of 14 on the afternoon. Smith to Edey, couldn't make the catch, and a turnover.
And Edey said, point it up, throw it upstairs.
Knecht from Meshack.
That's when Tennessee's at their best, running in transition. Purdue didn't do a good job of getting back that time.
7th lead change of the day. Here's Edey with position, and he scores. And on that bucket, Zach Edey has now tied David Robinson for the most consecutive 2010 games in the NCAA tournament, 21-10 for Edey today.
They're running all these baseline screens for Dalton Knecht. They're switching on to him a lot.
Here's Knecht out to Ziegler. Ziegler runner, no, and the rebound to Kaufman-Wren.
You know, one thing about Zach, he makes you throw it up even higher than you normally would.
And Meshack, contact with Smith and a foul, and for Meshack, that's his third.
Well, he's got to come out, probably going to get Vescovy in the game.
And there goes Vescovy off the bench. So Meshack comes out. Vescovy, as we told you, did not practice all week, did not play against Creighton as he's battled the flu. Edey has gotten over 900 points this season, just the 4th Boilermaker all time to accomplish that.
I think James has to back off Kaufman-Wren there.
Edey out to Lawyer. Lawyer right back inside. Too strong. Edey the offensive board. Edey trying to go up, and he's fouled. His 4th offensive rebound of the game.
I thought he got away with a little bit of a push-off in there, Zach Edey. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Edey ended up under the rim.
And they call James for the foul. That's his second. And Edey now 5 out of 7 at the free throw line today. The last player to lead the country in scoring and make the Final Four, Oscar Robertson, back in 1960.
Oh my goodness.
Edey has a chance to do that as he leads the country in scoring.
They are looking to Knecht. That was a good screen on the baseline too.
Ziegler uses the screen, puts up another shot, and a foul is called. And that's going to be the second on Braden Smith.
Normally, he's a guy, Ziegler is pretty good with that floater. Hasn't been really able to get him down on a consistent basis. Braden Smith went under him there. It was a foul.
Ziegler misses. English contenders Arsenal take on German powerhouse Bayern Munich, highlighting an epic UEFA Champions League quarterfinals. It begins April 9th on CBS and stream every match live on Paramount+.
And Ziegler 2 for 5 from the foul line.
And 1 of 6 from the floor. He does have 5 assists for the Volunteers.
Not nearly as much space right now in the game for Purdue.
Edey, and before We get a foul, and that's going to go on Jonas Edey, who's had a tough day for Tennessee.
He really has had a tough day. You know, when you think about it, both Awaka and Edey have really not given a whole lot in this game. That's why Tennessee hurts in the half court. They don't have a big guy to throw it to on the box that can make a move.
Edey with his third foul. He comes out. He's 0 of 4 from the floor. Awaka now in battling Edey.
Wow. He's got both hands on him. I mean, there's no hand check.
And there's the call.
It's got to be. I know Rick Barnes is not happy.
That is the 8th foul that Zach Edey has drawn today, and the 3rd on Awaka. Gene Steratore, we talked about this with you on Friday, the difficulties in officiating a game Zach Edey is in.
Well, yeah, you know what, Andrew? You're going to have a body on Edey all day, and Awaka and Edey is sharing the fouls, 3 and 3 right now. So that's what Coach Barnes has to keep doing the platoon, and Coach Painter's in a good spot right now because Edey has 0 fouls right now with 16 and a half left in the second half.
That's a great point, Gene, as Lawyer hits the triple, and it's a 4-point game. Knecht cannot answer, and Edey with the rebound, a scramble, and a tie-up. And it will be Tennessee basketball.
We'll take a look here at what just happened. A lot of contact there.
It's actually Purdue basketball with the possession arrow. So Boilermakers have the ball up by 4. The 4th held ball of the game already.
Awaka's trying to front him, trying to not let him, doing a good job not letting him catch the ball.
Shot clock inside 10. Smith calls for a screen. Smith with 5. Smith for 3. And the long rebound is grabbed by Knecht, who wants to push. Knecht all the way, and he's fouled. And he will go to the line when we come back. 15:52 to go. The battle continues. Tennessee and Purdue for a spot in the Final Four. We're back with our tournament summary, and last night UConn and Alabama punching their tickets to the Final Four, and coming up next it'll be Duke against NC State. Ian Eagle calling that game, and Ian Eagle calling the Final Four for the first time this year. We wish Ian all the best. Lap Zach Edey in the post. Tough to stop.
Yeah, this time he does exactly what he's supposed to. The double comes, and he looks opposite where he's got a really good three-point shooter. Nobody on him. That's what you're taught. When you get doubled in the low post, look to the opposite side of the floor, and a guy's going to be open. That time it was Lawyer.
For Tennessee, Dalton Knecht has the last 5 field goals for the Volunteers. It's been over 11 minutes since any other Vol has made a field goal.
Well, they're not getting anything from their big guys. Zakai Ziegler's not having a good game so far.
Dalton Knecht's family is here today in Detroit, the Thornton, Colorado native.
I mean, Gainey, who's in the game now, has been a good 6-man all year. He had 15 in that game in Maui. They can get something out of him, it would be important.
Good hustle by Awaka. And now Ziegler open for 3. Can't get it to go. Edey grabs the rebound.
And let me tell you, Zakai Ziegler has had some really open looks from the three-point line.
He is 1 of 7 from the floor and 1 of 5 from deep.
That's a
and
foul.
Gainey pushes off, and that's a foul on Gainey. And that's already the 5th team foul against Tennessee.
They had 6 with 11:30 to go in the first half.
And did a good job after that.
Yeah, they only got 1. They didn't get 1 until there were 3 minutes to go.
Mason Gillis on the floor for Purdue.
Now they have the spacing.
Jones around the screen for 2.
You know, that's the kind of pressure that Zach Edey puts on you. Everybody's in high alert on him, and somebody else just sneaks to the basket with nobody stopping him.
It's 30-10 Purdue in the paint today. Knecht. Edey had a tough time handling that pass. Ziegler with 5 on the shot clock. Ziegler on the attack. Slips. Ziegler has to put one up. He does from the corner, and it's an air ball. Tough defense by the Boilermakers.
And Edey's the one that made Ziegler like, whoa, he was going to go down the lane. He saw Zach there. He said, this is not working. Zach Edey caused that shot clock violation.
You talked in the first half, and Charles Barkley spoke at AT&T at the half about Purdue's need for a third scorer. Tennessee needs a second scorer right now.
And Lawyer has stepped up for Purdue to be that third scorer, even though Braden Smith hasn't done anything in a long time offensively.
Lawyer has 9 points today. He had 27 in the first meeting of the season between these two. He's got the ball here.
I'll say one thing about Awaka. He's working hard on Edey.
Edey with 3 on the shot clock. Out to Jones. Launches a 3. And Edey is there for the rebound. Missed it. Who's got it? Gillis rips it away. Lawyer for 3. Edey tips it to Jones, and a foul is called. These two teams leaving it all on the floor right now with 14 minutes to go. And that is the 4th on Awaka.
And he's really been the best defensive player on Zach Edey in this game. Now they're going to bring in a young guy in Estrella.
Awaka fouled out of the first meeting against Purdue, and he goes to the bench with 4 fouls today. Lawyer gets position, missed it. Edey, the ball and the foul, but no basket. Foul is on the floor. Foul is called against Ziegler.
I tell you, Edey is getting after it. So is Tennessee, no doubt about it. But I mean, and Estrella was holding him, but he still couldn't stop him.
This is a tough ask for Estrella, a freshman from Scarborough, Maine, who only averages 4 minutes per game.
Well, the truth is, Adu was really ineffective. So Rick Barnes figures, well, let me try Estrella. But the free throw shooting, normally Lawyer more reliable.
Let's check in with Evan.
Well, Andrew, Zach Edey lives with this game in and game out, the physicality, but he said recently it actually gets him going. He likes it at times. It takes his game to another level. You're seeing that in the second half.
And he altered Knecht's shot there, Evan.
Yeah, Knecht was looking to get his body there.
Gillis for 3. No good. He's been off the mark, and Edey tipped it out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, if these guys are making threes, I mean, they're 2 for 12 from the three-point line.
And now 2 for 13 after the Gillis miss. He's 0 for 3 today. A 6-point game. On the season, Purdue #1 in the country, shooting 41% from deep.
Yeah, this is, well, it says something about the Tennessee defense.
Gainey for 3. That's a big one for Tennessee.
Yeah, they needed a boost from somebody, and Gainey is capable. As I said, he had 15 against Purdue and Maui.
The son of Tennessee associate head coach Justin Gainey. And a turnover. 2-on-1. Ziegler all the way.
And, you know, this is what Tennessee tries to do. You know, they may not turn you over, may not turn you over, but they wear on you. And eventually, you might crack. That's what Purdue's got to be careful of right now, because they don't sub these guys. They don't play. Braden Smith plays almost the whole game.
That was the first field goal by Tennessee by someone other than Knecht in 14 minutes. Lawyer, tough shot for 2, and he's pumped up.
Great shot off the dribble. Estrella was wide open.
Edey didn't pass it to him, instead off the glass, no good. Estrella was camping out underneath.
One thing, Purdue, one of the best rebounding teams in the country, Andrew. It's 33-19 on the glass right now.
Edey cutting and scoring. 24 for Zach Edey.
Yeah, the rebounding is really getting out of hand for Tennessee.
Ziegler a deep three. Still can't get on track.
Yeah, I don't think Rick Barnes liked that one.
I think Tennessee's a little tired. Next whistle is a media timeout. Rebounds this half, to your point, Steve. 10-3 in favor of Purdue.
Oh, forget it now.
And Edey is fouled. And Fletcher Lawyer is saying, get up, Purdue fans. 11:39 to go. Purdue up by 5 on Rick Barnes and the Volunteers. 51-46 Purdue as we check in with Evan.
Yeah, and like Vern, Gene Cady, a Hall of Famer, one of the 2 head coaches of Purdue over the last 44 years there, as you can see him with the Purdue hat in the background. And you don't have to talk long with Matt Painter, guys, to recognize how Cady still has an impact on this program. Painter obviously played for Cady, and he brings a lot of what he learned from his head coach to this team. One of the things he references, a roster of company men. He's building them not just for what they're doing right now, but what they do beyond the floor. And I think it's on display with how this team has handled this entire season after what happened in this tournament a year ago.
No doubt about it, Evan, and great to have Gene here with us today. Zach Edey at the free throw line. And Steve, if you're a Tennessee fan, you look at the box score we were just handed. Edey has drawn 10 fouls and has not been called for one.
But he really, I mean, he doesn't have to. He just gets his arms up in the air. And let's face it, the Tennessee centers aren't really offensive-minded guys.
Knecht shooting. Spins around, and last touch by Estrella.
You know, Zach Edey is not being pushed really in this game because the guys on Tennessee aren't offensive-minded.
Edey nearly lost it. Now carries the other way. The redshirt freshman over to Lance Jones. He'll set up the Purdue offense. Edey with Estrella on him.
They want to spread it out a little bit now.
Here's Edey with 5 on the shot clock. Edey inside. Oh, what a move by Edey!
That's what you call a great up and under. He went left, gave the shot fake, and went under Estrella for the layup.
7 straight for Purdue. Knecht for 3. And Tennessee has gone cold. No points in the last 2.5 minutes.
I'll tell you, Fletcher Lawyer ran out and contested that shot really hard.
Jones attacking and rejected. Numbers the other way. Ziegler in transition. Up to Knecht. And he scores.
What a great pass. And we've seen that the best of Tennessee's offense is when they can get out and run. But you can't run if you don't get stops.
Ziegler all over Jones. Great matchup there. Oh. A hard screen. Rick Barnes wanted a foul against Edey. No call. Edey out to Lawyer, right back inside. Estrella, great defense. Edey lost it, and a foul. A push is called against Purdue.
Estrella does a good job of getting over on Jones. Alley-oop down the other way by Knecht.
And a sarcastic cheer by the Tennessee fans as the Purdue foul goes against Edey. That's his first of the day. They have 102 points combined in this game. Knecht and Edey have 53 of them.
That's pretty good star watch.
They have delivered. Who else is going to step up? Knecht nearly lost it. Over to Ziegler. Fakes the pass. Now sends it out to the perimeter. Gainey, a triple. Bottom
He's got 2 now. That's big. A great job by Ziegler, who didn't want any part of Zach Edey on that floater that time, but got it out to the perimeter.
That's the 10th 3 of the day for Tennessee. Estrella is giving it his all out there for the Vols. Smith, no good, out of bounds to Purdue.
Yeah, this is what happens when you get good dribble penetration, what Ziegler did. He gets in here, and he's got Gainey alone. Even though that pass was a little shaky, it bounced up to him. He's able to knock down the 3.
Shot clock at 13 for the Boilermakers. Gainey going for it, he steals it. Knecht with Smith back. Knecht for 2!
You know, it looks like Purdue's going to get away from him, but then their defense of Tennessee brings them right back. They forced the most turnovers in the SEC.
Tennessee has 17 points off turnovers today, and Matt Painter calls a timeout with 8:45 to go. A 7-0 run for the Volunteers, and we've got a 1-point game on CBS. CBS tonight. Catch a new episode of the most watched show in the country, starring Justin Hartley. Tracker, new tonight after The Equalizer. All new, all spring on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus. With our producer Jonathan Siegel, director Andy Goldberg, statistician Ethan Cooperson, our entire crew, we thank you for joining us on this Easter Sunday. And the stars have shown up, Steve Lapis.
Well, Tennessee has no one with more than 8 other than Dalton Knecht. Purdue has forced as Fletcher Lawyer with 12, Braden Smith 9, but Braden Smith hasn't scored in a long time.
Purdue had a 9-2 run in the second half. Tennessee has answered with 7 straight points. Gillis feeding Edey. Estrella still in there. 8.5 to play.
Pretty good defense by Tennessee on this possession.
6 on the shot clock. Edey trying to go to work. Estrella battling. Great defense by Estrella.
If you make him go to that left hand and that right shoulder, you got a chance. I'm not saying you can't do it, but you've got a chance at least.
Ziegler is on the bench right now for Tennessee. Gainey with 10. Already 2 threes today. Gainey will put up another. Short. Estrella back. And it goes out of bounds. Estrella was fighting for it, but could not hold on. And a timeout on the floor.
We got a good one going down to the wire with a chance to get to the Final Four. Who's going to cut down some nets? 54-53 Purdue.
We are back with a look at our game summary, and Tennessee is getting absolutely crushed on the glass. Out-rebounded 39-21, but the Vols are hanging in there thanks to their transition game.
Yeah, they have 10 fast break points, and that doesn't take into account the threes that they've gotten in semi-transition. So Tennessee has to push the ball up. How are they going to do that? They got to get stops. They got to get steals. They got to put the pressure on Purdue. That's what's going to allow them to continue to score. Purdue, on the other hand, can score in the half court because you got the big weapon in there in Zach Edey.
5 years to the day is the last time we had a 1-2 matchup in the regional final. It was number 2 Michigan State beating number 1 Duke that day. And this latest 1-2 matchup in the regional final is living up to the hype. A 1-point game with 7:45 to go.
Matt Painter decides to go big with Kaufman-Renn.
Edey spinning and scoring. 29 for Zach Edey. Owaka has done the best job defensively on Edey. He's been sitting with 4 fouls. We'll see how long Rick Barnes keeps him on the bench.
And with Ziegler out,
and a turnover. Meshack takes it right back to Gainey. Over to Knecht for the tie. Yes, sir!
I tell you, this guy can really shoot the ball.
31 for Dalton Knecht. The 8th time this year he's hit for at least 30 in a game.
They give it to the big target. No double.
Edey, tough shot there. Estrella doing a great job hanging in there defensively.
He pushed him out. Instead of getting a 5-footer, he ended up taking like a 9-foot fadeaway.
Knecht again. Not this time, and the rebound is grabbed by Jones. Great rebound there by Lance Jones as Knecht was bearing down. Edey's been held to just 2 points in the last 4.5 minutes, and it's been with Estrella in there. That's the matchup here. Edey with 6 on the shot clock, spinning on Estrella and scoring.
What a great move. That's 2 moves in a row going to the other shoulder.
Edey now with 31. His season high is 35. And Owaka is at the scorer's table. Knecht to Estrella!
That time Zach Edey got a little lazy. He wasn't worried about Estrella. He should have been. That's why he got that.
6th tie of the game with 5.5 to go. Edey over Estrella, front of the rim, and it goes out of bounds to Tennessee.
He's really overplaying that left shoulder, and he's pushing him out. Great move going the other way. See, if they're gonna try and take that other shoulder, you got to go the other way. And a good job there, Estrella diving hard to the basket. Edey stayed too long to guard the dribbler. He gives it up.
They're all fired up. How could you not be in this environment? Estrella just went to the bench and got a huge ovation from the Tennessee fans. Owaka is back in there with 4 fouls.
You know, it hurt Edey when you overplay that left shoulder, and then he keeps trying to go there.
Knecht from the free throw line. Comes up short, and Edey fumbled the rebound. A scramble for it. Edey's got it. And we have a tie-up. The possession arrow this time favors Tennessee. This is the first time since 1990 that players on opposite teams have had a player go for at least 30 in an Elite 8 game or later. What a showdown here between Edey and Knecht.
We're seeing 2 of the great performances in the history of this tournament. There have been a lot of them, there's no doubt, but these are 2 great ones.
Ziegler is back out there for Tennessee. Knecht comes to get it. Braden Smith is right on him. Now Knecht for 3. And the rebound, a foul is committed. I think that's Owaka. I think that's going to be his 5th. It is. So Tobe Owaka has fouled out of the game with 4:42 to go.
I don't know, is Rick Barnes going to Edu or Estrella? He's going to Estrella. I mean, yes, that's a foul. Owaka had his left arm. It's a foul.
And it sends Edey to the free throw line at the other end of the floor. Purdue at the line today, 63%. And Edey is 7 out of 10. A 1-and-1 for Zach Edey. And he makes it. Big shot there by Edey. He's got 32 points and 16 rebounds. 5 of the 16 boards on the offensive end. As you see the foul trouble for Tennessee.
My guess is Tennessee's gonna run Knecht on the baseline. That's been pretty effective, especially with him curling.
1 out of 2 for Edey.
Free throws have not been good for Purdue.
And Rick Barnes will call timeout. With 4:36 on the clock, each team has 2 timeouts remaining. Coming down the stretch in Detroit. What is at stake today? Oh, so much. Tennessee has never been to a Final Four, the 4th most tournament appearances all time without making it, and Purdue has only been twice, the last time coming 44 years ago.
I think that speaks to how hard it is. You look at these 2 programs, they've been good programs for a long, long time. It's hard to do.
Rick Barnes went once when he was the coach of Texas back in 2003.
Let's see if Ziegler gets something going.
Jones defending Knecht. Knecht uses the screen, sends it out to James. James pulls up, and the rebound to Gillis. This is the matchup we talked about with Evan Washburn before the game. Ziegler on Braden Smith. Smith uses the screen. Smith was open and now bounces it into Edey. Edey, and a foul is called against James.
You know, now Rick Barnes changing his strategy a little bit. They haven't made threes, so let's double them a little bit. We're coming right down to the end. 1-point lead for the Boilermakers.
Back in Detroit, and half of the Final Four bracket is set. UConn and Alabama advancing last night, and we're moments away from finding out if Purdue or Tennessee will join them. Courtside with Steve Lapis, I'm Andrew Catalon. Evan Washburn with us as well, and this is everything we were hoping for today.
Yeah, I mean, tremendous intensity. There's so much on the line in this game, and both these teams are very hard-playing teams normally, let alone with a chance to go to the Final Four.
All right, if you were in Rick Barnes' huddle, what would you be telling your team?
You got to be talking about what you're going to do with Edey, because they're throwing it to him every possession. I think they got a double. Purdue's only made 2 threes in this game. The lowest number of threes they've made in the game this year before today is 3. Maybe it's time to not worry as much about the three-point line and go get Edey to make Purdue do something else. On the other end, how is Tennessee going to score in a half court? They got to get Dalton Knecht off screens. That's been their best offense in the half court.
Let's check in with Evan.
And Coach, that's exactly what Matt Painter was focused on in that last huddle, how they're going to defend Dalton Knecht. Obviously, you got Jones has had that matchup a lot of this game. The other message that he kept echoing was defensive rebounding, next play, and make them earn everything.
Yeah, you got to, they are a great defensive rebounding team.
We talked earlier about Zach Edey taking pride in not getting tired. He's only rested 33 seconds today. Knecht, separation, and he's fouled. Thought he was going to knock that one down. That's the 3rd foul on Fletcher Lawyer. It'll be 2 shots for Dalton Knecht.
I didn't see a whole lot of contact there.
Sounds like the Purdue fans agree with you. But Knecht gets it to go from the line. 32 points for Knecht, 34 for Zach Edey. It'll be Lawyer to inbound. Zach Edey has scored the last 12 points for Purdue.
Tennessee picking up the pressure a little bit.
It is Estrella matched up with Edey. Ziegler trying to get there. 3.5 to play. Smith. Estrella was there, but what a find by Smith to Edey.
He's so smart. He knew Estrella left Edey to come to him. Just throw it up there. Zach's going to get it and dunk it.
6 assists for Smith today. Knecht for 3. That's too strong. And Gillis is there for the rebound.
You know, Gillis hasn't scored a lot of points, but he's been solid in a lot of areas in this game. Seven rebounds, 3 assists. better get Zach down low.
Tennessee has an elite defense. They need a stop here. Jones for three. It's good! And a foul is called. That's going to go on Lance Jones. Jones has 7 points, all here in the second half.
Well, that's only their third made three of the game that Jones had there. They just threw it up to Edey. And then Lance Jones with the three. Ziegler comes a little late. And down the other end, Dalton Knecht was fouled, but it's only Purdue's 5th foul. So they only can take it out of bounds. They got one more to play with.
2:26 to go. Knecht rises and misses the three, and Lawyer with the weak side rebound.
They should play the clock a little bit and get it in. I don't have to say it. I think the whole world knows where this ball is going.
Tennessee just 2 points in the last 3.5 minutes. Lawyer wide open. Misses the three, but Smith tracks it down.
I think they want to kill a few seconds. Whoa. I don't know what happened there.
Lawyer went to the crowd.
It looked inadvertent between Ziegler and him. I don't know.
Smith, Edey, and a foul.
I don't know if they're going to look at that. I don't think it was anything. I mean, it's a foul on Ziegler. I mean, you saw what he did with his arm.
No call, but James commits his 4th, and Edey is right back at the free throw line.
Yeah, they can't look at that and come back with a foul. They can look at it and see if it's a flagrant. Obviously, they didn't decide that. What a weapon in a close game, Andrew. Nothing beats, I know when I coached, having a big guy that can score, that you can throw the ball to when things are in doubt. They have a better idea of what they want to do than Tennessee does, only because Tennessee doesn't have that.
Continues to break records, and he has drawn 13 fouls today. If he makes this free throw, he'll tie a career high 38 for Zach Edey, and firing up the crowd.
They're trying like heck to get Knecht open. And they're switching aggressively on him. The defense for Purdue is really good.
Ziegler breaks free and scores. And Rick Barnes calls timeout with 1:28 to go. That stops a 7-0 Purdue run. Purdue and Tennessee battling for a spot in the Final Four, and coming up at 5:10 Eastern Time here on CBS, it'll be Duke against NC State for the final spot in Arizona.
Tennessee has one of the best full court presses in the country. They're going to come full court and get after these guys. They don't have to foul. Once Purdue breaks the press, solid defense, and get a rebound.
Tennessee with 1 timeout remaining. Purdue has 2.
And Purdue also has 1 foul to give, so they can be very aggressive going for steals. Maybe the ref doesn't see it, you smack somebody, and you get a steal. Oh, a bad place to throw the ball.
Edey's got it. And a foul is called right in front of the Tennessee bench.
I mean, that was taking a chance. Purdue threw it to their smallest guy in the deep corner. They were able to get away with it.
Zach Edey's at the free throw line. We've said that 16 times today.
Well, he shot 17 against them in Maui, right?
He did, and it was 9 of 17 that day. He's done a better job here. 12 for 16, but he misses that one. And Gainey's going to come back in for Estrella.
Now they're going with their best offensive team. 5 You know, Dalton Knecht is the biggest guy they have in the game now, and he's a 3-2.
One out of two for Edey. A Purdue team that has not been to the Final Four since 1980. Tennessee has never been to the Final Four.
Edey's guarding Meshack, who's not a real good scorer. That's a smart move by Matt Painter.
Knecht through traffic all the way, and he lays it in. 69-64, 107 to go. Braden Smith with Gainey all over him. James and Gainey converge.
You don't have to foul. Two-possession game right now.
Lawyer with 10. Feeds Edey. Meshack on him. James helps Edey, and before the shot, a foul on the floor.
I mean, Meshack was on Edey. He's about 6'5".
Well, Rick Barnes told us yesterday that LaMarcus Aldridge always told him he hated when smaller guys were on him, and he thought he could maybe throw a Meshack in there, and he had to here.
I think he's did it more because he wants the better offensive team down the other end.
Oh.
Tennessee has to score quick.
As we told you, Edey is only sat for 33 seconds today. Misses the first. This is the second, an air ball. Wow. Matt Painter does have 2 timeouts left for Purdue. See if he gives his guys a rest right here. He just yelled at Braden Smith. This is it right here as you see the foul trouble for Tennessee.
And Zach Edey's guarding Meshack, but Meshack's not a good shooter. He needs to stand in the paint and not let guys get drives.
Knecht trying to get to the basket again. Edey blocks him. Gillis has it to Smith.
Now you get a foul. You got a foul.
What a play by Edey.
You have to foul right away.
Not fouling yet, and now Meshack gives it with 21 seconds to go.
You know, I just said Edey should not be guarding Meshack. He's not a good shooter. He's got to be in the lane because Tennessee had driven it. That time he was in the lane. Knecht drives it, and he makes the key block of the game.
Meshack is fouled out as Edey's mom, Julia, watches on. It'll be Fletcher Lawyer getting 2 free throws.
He makes one more, it's going to be tough, real tough.
Would make it a 3-possession game.
And these guys just got to go. They also have 1 timeout left, Tennessee.
Knecht all the way for 2, and Rick Barnes will call his final timeout. With 15 seconds left, a 5-point Purdue advantage. Purdue up by 5, and yesterday we sat with Zach Edey, Fletcher Lawyer, and Braden Smith and asked them to put in perspective what a win today would mean. And all 3 players said, we want to win for Matt Painter. He has been scrutinized so much throughout his career with some tough, gut-wrenching losses in March. And they said that Painter has stuck with them, and we stick with him. We want to win for Paint, is what Zach Edey told us, and they're on the precipice lap.
Nothing means more for a coach than that. They got to make sure now, the guy you don't want to get this ball to is Zach Edey. You got to get this ball in. They have 3 80-plus free throw shooters out there: Gillis, Smith, and Lawyer.
It'll be Lawyer to inbound to Edey, and there's the foul. So Edey will go to the line. He has scored 17 points in the last 12 minutes of game action.
Not the ideal guy to get the ball in with all those good free throw shooters out there.
A career high 39 for Edey. And now 40. The fourth time a Boilermaker has scored 40 in a tournament game. Glenn Robinson once, Carson Edwards twice.
You know how hard it is to make a free throw after you shot an air ball? It's pretty hard.
And he did. Can he make two? No, 1 out of 2. 72-66. 10 seconds left. Knecht. Ziegler puts up a 3. No good. Lawyer the rebound. 5 seconds left. Lawyer will dribble it out. And the next stop on the Purdue Redemption Tour is the Final Four. First time in 44 years that Purdue is going to the Final Four.